Hi everyone. How is everyone doing today? Hope you're having a beautiful day. Please like, please subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section if you want to know more about me, what I'm about, and so on. Ask me any question, and I'll promise you I'll get to them as soon as possible. I will try to see to download to upload more video as frequently as possible. But as I mentioned before, this challenge, this channel is about everything. It's about fashion. It's about telling my story. It's about a lot of different everything and so on. So I just don't want to be like a one-dimensional channel. But mostly what I'm gonna do on this channel is tell my story, about from my marriage to divorce, like just tell my story, because by me telling my story, at least it can help one person, and if I help one person, I think I did my job. And I never I didn't really thought that my story would start out with my illness, I would say, because that should probably come in the middle of my story, and so on. But I'm gonna start with my story by talking about my illness, and so let's get started because I don't even know where to start. So let's get started. So in 2004, I think it was like probably October, November, September, October, November, those time in 2004, I start to have like a little symptom, like, belly pain, you know, and things like that. But I didn't really take it, a lot. I didn't really take it into consideration. I was pregnant, I thought, because of, the pregnancy and so on and so on. Mind you, I have three kids. I have two kids before, so but this one was, it's different, and because I thought it was a girl, the symptom would be, your body start to have different symptom, because with the boys I have two the same symptoms, so I know they were boys, right? But with the girl, my symptom is different, so I thought it was like that kind of symptom and so on. But anyway, it started to progress and it started to get worse and worse. So then my daughter were born in December of that year, and so on. So it's kind of eased up a little bit. The pain kind of eased up. I said, okay, well, I was right with that, right? So in what, March, April, it started to get worse and worse. Then I consult my doctor and I see my doctor, he sent me to do some tests and so on. I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. I've never heard of ulcerative colitis. I never know what ulcerative colitis is. I don't know what caused ulcerative colitis and so on. So they put me on medication. I start to see a specialist and so on. I was on like 12 pills a day, like big pills, 12 pills a day to get it down and so on. So anyway, they said with diet and so on, it's not a life-threatening disease and so on, but you do have a 50-50 chance of getting the cancer, right? So, I was very cautious with that and so on. And because my family is very, come from a cancer family. My mom died from ovarian cancer and things like that. So, I didn't want to take any chances, and those story I'll go into later on, about my mom and things like that. But I take care of myself, and then I discover a business, and I start to use a product in the business and so on. And then, those products have helped me tremendously, especially one of the product have helped me tremendously with the ulcerative colitis. So I was off my medication for the last 3.5 years, nothing of it and so on. Nothing really bother me. I watch the food that I eat. I get to find out what food trigger me, what food I shouldn't eat and so on. So there's a lot of, so I cut out dairy, I cut out, certain food that trigger me, cheese and so on, right? But within the last, and this is the reason why I decided to come and share my story with this disease, because, within the last few months, probably 3, 4 months, I've been having these flare ups, like really flare up. And I realized that flare ups caused by stress, and because of my job, the stress with the job is stressing me also. So I have like a massive flare up. I have to be off work, and everything like that. So I just want to come and say, ulcerative colitis is a disease that affect your large intestine, and there are different kind, and I'm gonna come here and speak more about the different kind of ulcerative colitis. But ulcerative colitis is a disease that affect your large intestine. It's like the in your colon. So it affects, so you have your small colon and you have the larger colon. So it affects your large colon, and there's several type of ulcerative colitis. When I was just diagnosed it, I was like at a zero, so it wasn't like the severe kind. But this last time when I went to do a colonoscopy, I jumped from a zero to a two. Thank God, thank goodness it wasn't cancerous or any, there's no sign of cancer and so on. But a few times that I did ulcerative, that I did colonoscopy, they do find a few what I call it, polyps, um they call it lumps, things like that in your colon. I forgot what they call the name of it. But anyway, they take out that, they take them out and they test them and so on, and they were cancerous and so on. So I have to consider see my doctor regular and so on. But this time there was none, there was nothing, everything was fine. And so I thank God for that. Um the next thing again, what I'm saying, people who've been diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, you are suffering with your pain, and nobody understand it, because this is a disease that is not talked about. Nobody know about it. So people think that you are crazy. They think that you are lazy when you're in bed, and they don't understand it. And this is a disease where you know it stop you from going to work, it stop you from intimacy, it stop you from socializing, it stop you from so many things and so on. A lot of people lose weight from it and so on. I'm one of the person who didn't lose weight from it. And so, well, I shouldn't say I didn't lose weight. Like when I have a flare up, because when I do have a flare up, it stop you from you because you're afraid to eat when you have a flare up, right? So even water, if you drink water, it's coming out back. That's how bad it is, right? So when I have a flare up, I eat less, because you still have to nourish your body, right? So I eat less. But when I'm good, I eat, and I gain weight. So I still have to watch my diet and things like that. So I take tongues, I take things to for my diet. I drink my coffee, my weight loss coffee. I eat properly and so on. So I know I'm blabbing out a little bit and so on, because I just came on here, I didn't even put on any notes and so on. I want to come on here and just speak about this disease, you know authentically, being transparent about it and so on. I'm gonna come back here and speak some more about it, because and talk about how crippling this disease can be. But you cannot let it stop your life. You have to just take care of yourself. You cannot let it stop your life. You have to take care of yourself. And the people around you, you just have to let them understand, how it is, and teach them about it. Teach them, what they need to know, because they don't understand it. As I said, they don't understand your pain, they don't understand your suffering, they don't understand your discomfort that you have with this disease. And that is something that need to be talked about. And that I'm going to use this platform to talk more about ulcerative colitis, what ulcerative colitis is, and how it can affect your life, um, both socially, intimacy, and in different way. So this is what I don't want to keep this video too long and blah blah, but I will go more in depth of ulcerative colitis and what ulcerative colitis is, and how it has changed my life, and in so many ways, and if I can help one person, I think I do my job, you know great, to help one person with this. All right. So thank you guys, thank you, and you have a great day. And I said I'll come back and I'll speak more about it. Okay, have a great day.